so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket trainless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Maxspeedtv.
Let's go. I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way. It took a minute, now it didn't happen right away. When it get hot in the kitchen, you decide to stay. That's how it winners made. Stick a fork in the hater on my dinner plate. I walk into the fire like it's just a bit of flames. I switch my style up, watch the money pile up. I'ma get rich or die trying, want me switch lanes. I'm always getting better, I'ma be on fifth place. On this one, then fourth on the next. Third, second, first, third, fourth, with the best. She showing love, give me all the raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. I do it for the love, they perform for the checks, and I still get more. They be bored by the rest. I done put the work in, wasn't born in success. See the storm, it affects the performance. But I dance in the rain and the thunder, the drums, and I keep going hard. I won't we blow the house down. Yeah, yeah, we blow the house down. Big moves will shake the ground. All the greats who came before us, we about to make them proud. We've got to make this count. Take the ball and raise it now. Make noise and crazy loud. It's all moment, let me hear you shout. Don't give up, we can turn it round. We got the fire, we burn it down. Then we'll pop champagne at the back of the club. Then we're back with a sweat, tears, back with a blood. How to get it out of mud, kinda like Predator. Get to the chopper, pockets getting fatter, so she call me Big Mama. Raw, 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 raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, jump, knock, knock, let me in. Off, blow the house down. Raw, 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 raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, jump, knock, knock, let me in. Off, blow the house down. Raw energy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday night OP. We are live here at Talladega. First two races tonight. Gonna be a fun one for sure. First up in the Dallara IR18s here at Talladega. Guys, we're gonna be reaching speeds of somewhere around 250 miles an hour. It's gonna be insane for this first race. Welcome to Maxspeedtv. Steve Lane up here in the booth as usual. Welcome, guys. Glad to see everybody out there in a chat. Wrong race. What do you mean, Steve? That's Mr. Steve Hoppett, I believe, out there in chat. Unable to make it tonight, but glad to see him out there. Belva, Brendan, guys, glad you guys could show up. William Luttrell out there as well. Looking at our what happened and what's going on right now. Looking at our standings. Josh Ball with the back-to-back victories last week for our first two races. Let me hide this real quick, guys, so you can see. Rick Sanchez currently in a second. Vicente Guerrero third. Rick Seabrand's in a fourth. He is actually the sponsor of the two races for tonight, so thank you, Rick, for that sponsorship. James Mayer in a fifth. Dave Hunt in a sixth. Chris Jordan seventh. Andrew Zonto eighth. Mark Mann in ninth. And Stephen Luttrell running at your top 10. Then on the other side in 11th, Lynn McNeese. Robert Hooligan in 12th. Andy Brigante in 13th. Anthony English in 14th. Steve Hoppett, speaking of Steve, in 15th. Jeff Crosby Sr. right now in 16th. Andrew Schroeder just 1 point below the cut line there in 17th. That is Cole Spaulding in 18th. Bubba Winningham 19th. And Les Levy rounded out your top 20. What happened last week, you asked me? Well, Josh Ball again with the winner of both races last week. On the first race, you had Josh Ball, Rick Sanchez, Vicente Guerrero, Lynn McNeese, and Robert Hooligan. In that second race, Josh Ball with his second victory. Mark Mann in a second. Rick Sanchez in a third. Andrew Zonto fourth. And Vicente Guerrero rounding out your top 5. Well, guys, first race again, we're at Talladega in the Dallaras. The next race, though, is the race I've been looking for, ready for that one. We are going to the Old West in the Pro Lite 2, Lucas Oil Pro Lite 2s. We will be at the Wild West Motorsports Park for the Trucks on Dirt, ready for that one as well. Well, we are out here on practice right now. Get over here, get everything turned back on. We'll see how much time and everything that we got left. I may have to refresh my SDK. About a minute left. Well, let's go ahead and bring Mr. Anthony English up to the booth real quick. A visit with Anthony. Anthony, Steve up to the booth, buddy. Exciting weekend here for us at the OP series, and I got to change that. I can't believe I'd still got that up there. But man, we got the Dolores here at Talladega. The fun race is going to be next race. With going, like I said, we going to the Wild West, buddy.
Yeah, we got something a little bit different. We did run the Indy Cars at Dega last fall brawl, and it was pretty fun. I got taken out early, so hoping to enjoy tonight's a little bit more. And then the second race, the jumpy trucks at Wild West Park. That's going to be something different. OP's never done, especially in that like point situation, and the way we're going to end up doing it's going to be, I think, a little unique and all that jazz. So stick around and check it out. I think it's gonna be a good show.
Well, we are looking at speeds somewhere close in the draft, about 250 miles an hour. Now, for those that don't know much about these Dolores, these Indy cars, Anthony, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I have drove these cars too, no room for error.
Yeah, there's absolutely no room for error. I mean, honest to God, and this is my mindset on it all tonight. So if you want my pre-race input, here you go. Is I'm looking to stay out of trouble. Like, I don't want to lead any laps until the last lap. Like, I think leading is the worst thing you could be doing. The way that you get the runs and get past anyways, what's the point of being there? So you might as well just try to stay clean, try to stay maybe in the top 10 until the last couple laps, and then do that whole draft run thing and just try to Hail Mary it,
Absolutely. Well, good luck, Anthony. You guys are qualifying. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for coming up and visit with us for a second. Looking forward to the races tonight, and hopefully we'll see you at the end, buddy.
Thank you much. It's going to be exciting, man, so hold on to your seat.
Absolutely. Take care, bro.
You too.
All right, we'll get him back down there as these guys are headed out on to the track for qualifying. Looks like we got Rick Sanchez going to lead the group out. Anthony English out there. Doug Johnson. Robert Hooligan. Stephen Luttrell. Already we got guys that are spinning around. That was Cole Spaulding. Dwayne Corbett out there. Bubba Winningham. Mark Mann. Rick Seabrand's our race sponsors. Races, I should say. He is tonight's sponsor of both races. Shane Posey out there tonight. Good to see Shane out there. He usually runs the CFM guys. Checker Flag Motorsports. Good to see Shane out there as well. Getting a lot of movement going on. Of course, this is open qualify, so they are all out on the track. Already we're seeing 3 wide action for qualifying. Oh, Belva, and to answer your question, harassed even, yeah, there's probably going to be a little harassment going on, I'm sure. Usually is. Right now, Josh Ball up in that top spot with a 38.72. And Josh coming back down pit road. Shane Posey right now second. Bubba Winningham up into third. Rick Sanchez in a fourth. Now Rick jumping to third. Well, no, my SDK is acting weird. As usual, it does that. Don't know what is going on. I'm going to go ahead and reload this here. We'll get this refreshed. Uh-oh. I gotta do some quick stuff here, guys. Give me just a second. That way, if I have to restart it, then don't have to worry about fixing anything again. Oh, I'm about ready to go back to ATVO, honestly. About a little over, under 5 minutes, or a little over 5 minutes, I should say. A little under 6 minutes of qualifying left. Yeah, well, it is, well, Fall Brawl, Brendan, we're doing different tracks, different weeks, different cars. A little bit different than what we're used to seeing out of the OP Super Speedway guys. Something to have a little bit of fun. Like I said, next race is going to be the Lucas Oil Pro Lite 2 trucks. So it's going to be the trucks on dirt, doing a little slide jobs, jumps, and everything else involved. So it's going to be a pretty fun race. This one's going to be pretty interesting as well. Looks like we're going to have about 22 cars out here tonight. Let the tragedy commence. We're already seeing guys shooting off the track and everything else. There's Doug Johnson down on pit road. Like I said, right now I'm seeing speeds in the 240s. I see 247 with Rick Seabrand's, 245 right now with Rick Seabrand's. So what will happen tonight, guys, when we get done with this race, we'll interview our top 3. We'll take a short pause, and then we'll get loaded in to the new session at the new track. And for you guys that do not know, right now I'm still on furlough status. The government's still shut down with no end in sight. It's a little concerning. Me and my wife both work for the VA, so we both work for the government. So a little concerned right now about what's going to happen in the near future. Now that they're talking about doing the reduction in force and all of that, I don't think the VA is on that chopping block, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Andrew Zonto out there in chat. Doing good, doing all right, I guess. Guess you could say I'm on a paid vacation right now with the shutdown. But 2 minutes left of qualifying. Josh Ball still sitting at the top of the leaderboard right now. The 4 wide coming down the tri-oval on this qualifying. Got to be careful with these cars down on that apron. As you see Josh Ball get down there, get a little bit squirrely. never seen it, Andrew. Really, I'm not that much into anime. I think my son and my father-in-law are. But I never really got into that. Honestly, give me an old-fashioned Looney Tunes cartoon. I'm happy. See a lot of movement going on, guys trying to stay in the draft. But like Anthony was talking about the runs that these cars get, you almost don't want to be out in the lead because you're going to get run over. I know, Belba, but you know I've been watching the proceedings. Ooh, I need to turn that down just a little bit, guys. Watching the proceedings and everything, and it's you know it's kind of like a playground rules right now. It's one side or the other, and if the other side don't get what they want, they're just going to take their ball and go home. As well, Stephen Luttrell, I guess, was tired of qualifying because we got 2 seconds left and we're going to get going. Josh Ball going to be your pole sitter. Well, let's bring Josh up to the broadcast booth real quick. Josh Ball, first of all, sir, congratulations. You know, getting the back-to-back victories last week, man. That you know, that's a feat in itself with this crew.
Yeah, for sure. Got lucky last night.
Well, what are you expecting tonight? I mean, you did put down a pretty fast lap, buddy. So, you know, it's like we were talking to Anthony. There's really no room for error with these cars.
No, my assumption what's going to happen here is there's going to be one big wreck, and then everybody's going to be trash, and there'll be a couple cars left.
I think that's kind of what happened last season, but, you know, these cars are really fun to drive.
Oh, yeah, definitely fun. They're the runs you get with the draft are insane.
Well, you know, we got Talladega here, and then of course, what I was saying, we're headed to the Wild West, going to the Old West, going to the Wild West Motorsports Park. How are you feeling about that race?
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. You know, I tried it a little bit a couple months ago, and it was a lot of fun. Should be something different for all these guys. So I think everybody will enjoy it though. It'll be fun.
Oh, I think so. Well, buddy, congratulations on the pole here this first race. Good luck, stay out of trouble, and, you know, hopefully we'll see you at the end of the race.
Thanks, Steven.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get to our starting grid here tonight. Josh Ball, your pole sitter. Rick Seabrand's on his outside. Starting row number 2, Anthony English and James Mayer starting row number 3. Shane Posey, Bubba Whittingham. Row number 4, Stephen Luttrell and Nick Wing. Row number 5, Rick Sanchez and Dave Hunt. Row number 6, and why did iRacing just crash on me? Sitting here, it just crashed on me. What in the world is going on? It's still showing that Sim is running. Let me exit out of this. And we'll get right back into it, I hope. I wish I knew what was causing my iRacing to crash like this. Have no idea. Of course, SDK is not going to let me finish out my starting grid. Oh. Waiting on this. Well, folks, let me go ahead. We're going to go to our splash screen. Let me get this loaded back in, but we will be right back. All right, folks, we are back. Bear with me because all of my settings got reset, so I have to get my volume all set back up. But we are racing here, finally getting everything going, as we're already 3 wide, almost 4 wide up in the front. We'll turn that down just a little bit. Right now, Josh Ball out front, Doug Johnson in second, Shane Posey in third, Bubba Whittingham fourth, Andy Brigante fifth, Dave Hunt in sixth. The 3 wide, couple rows deep here, as we are looking at this front group right now. Josh Ball down on the inside, Doug Johnson taking the lead in the middle. Now look at the run on that third lane. That is Bubba Whittingham trying to make that third lane go. It looks like he has, well, it's hard to tell with these cars. Maybe Shane Posey behind him. The numbers aren't real prominent on these cars, so it's hard to tell who is who. But that is Bubba Whittingham definitely on the outside with the blue and white CHEVYLAND. Josh Ball dropping it down to the apron, not liking what's going on up there, as we're still 3 wide out here at the front. That is Shane Posey in the green car. Down on the bottom line, Doug Johnson in the middle, Bubba Whittingham to the outside. Oh, Jeremy. 2, 3 wide, little tire to tire action going on right there. Oh yeah, these are the Indy cars here right now, Jeremy. Then we got the Lucas Oil Pro Lite 2s coming up at the next race. A little bit of I say door to door, more like wheel to wheel going on between Posey and Johnson. Johnson's still stuck in the middle. Of course, I don't know what we're running on fuel, what they're expecting as far as lap-wise, so we'll see. Probably going to... Oh, Bubba up into the wall. That's definitely going to hurt his momentum. Hopefully, he don't have any wheel damage. He is missing his left front wing on his car. So that is definitely going to hurt some of his downforce for the front end. We got Andy Brigante now in the lead. Doug Johnson still in the middle, holding his own. That looks like Steve Rada to the outside in front of Bubba Winningham. Robert Hooligan in 6th. Cole Spaulding right now in the 7th. Dave Hunt in a 3rd. I need to split that so we can see. We got 22 cars out here right now. Josh Ball did drop back. He is currently in 11th, your pole sitter. Rick Sanchez back here in a 12th. Rick looking like he's running a zebra car with all the yellow and black stripes. That is Adam Kilday getting a run there, coming up behind Sanchez. Dwayne Corbett back here in 14th. Robin Stevens back here in 15th. Andrew Schroeder 16th. Nick Wing back here in 17th. Jeff Crosby Sr. 18th. Stephen Luttrell back here in 19th with James Mayer in 20th. Anthony English 21st. And Rick Seabrands in 22nd. Now we're back up to the front. Andy Brigante still in the lead. Doug Johnson right there in 2nd. Again, you cannot really bump draft in these cars, guys. It's just physically impossible without tearing your stuff up. Oh, Doug Johnson, got to get off of him. He is blinking out. But Bubba Winningham looking at going down to the inside line. Now he does. Cole Spaulding right here in at 6. Steve Rada back at 7. Dave Hunt on that second lane right there in 9th. Mark Mann making his way up to 10th spot. Bubba Winningham looks like he is coming down pit road. Clean pit entry, so we'll see what Bubba does here. But right now, back up to the front. We're 3 wide for the lead. Andy Brigante at the bottom. Doug Johnson still in the middle. Shane Posey down on the bottom. Who is that? Was Cole Spaulding getting the run, but now the inside line's going to get the run coming back around turn number 4, coming through to the tri-oval for lap 11. But we have a caution, folks. Looks like Doug Johnson may be involved in that. Let's take a look here and see. Doug come down. Let's go to a chase view here real quick. Looks like Doug come down with the 033 of Robin Stevens down on the bottom line. Ooh, may have been some net code. You can see his car dip right there. And he trying to avoid getting into Robin. Well, that sends him around. You see the back end of his car, the rear spoiler. Oh, and then I don't know who that was. That was Jeff Crosby Sr. barrel rolling, airborne down through the corner. Well, guys, if you get motion sickness, you do not want to watch this. This is in the cockpit of Mr. Jeff Crosby Sr. Fortunately, when he came back down, he landed on his wheels, but he does have significant damage. Now, remember, folks, there is no fast repairs for this fall brawl. So basically, if you get a lot of damage, you're pretty much done for the night. Everybody's coming down pit road, going to top off on fuel. That's probably going to end the night for Jeff Crosby Sr. and Doug Johnson. So that'll take us to 20 cars. Well, we're going to go ahead and step aside. We're going to hear from our league sponsor, CHEVYLAND and Bubba Whittingham. Hang tight, folks. We will be right back.
Hello, race fans. Bubba Whittingham here on behalf of CHEVYLAND, proud sponsor of OP Racing's Fall Brawl. Inviting you to check out CHEVYLAND.com for 2.9% financing for 72 months on every 2026 Silverado in stock. That's right, 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500. So whether you want the 2.7 Turbo Max with 310 horsepower, the legendary 5.3-liter V8 with 355 horsepower, the Big Daddy 6.2-liter V8 with 420 horsepower, or if you're a person that likes the Duramax Diesel 3.0-liter diesel and getting over 30 miles per gallon, maybe that's a truck for you. But check out CHEVYLAND.com right now. Give me a call, ready to talk to you anytime. CHEVYLAND, proud sponsor of OP Racing's Fall Brawl.
CHEVYLAND Silverado Sell-Off is your chance to rustle up super-sized savings on over 140 new Silverados. Get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months on 2025 and 2026 Silverados, or up to $87.50 in total savings, plus over 140 new Silverados to choose from. Now that's big. CHEVYLAND Silverado Sell-Off happens only once a year, so hurry into CHEVYLAND today, your Silverado headquarters.
Well, I was sitting here watching Mr. Chris Jordan come down pit road, and I think Chris and Jeff Crosby Sr. Need to trade paints here. Uh-oh. Wrong button. Where is Mr. Chris Jordan at here? Because Chris is running the U.S. Air Force paint scheme. I think he needs to give that to to Jeff Crosby Sr. because Jeff decided he wanted to gain his pilot's license, so. Well, let's go ahead and run through our field. Right now, Dave Hunt is your leader. Stephen Luttrell in second. Robert Hooligan in third. Cole Spalding fourth. Rick Sebrands in fifth. Steve Rada sixth. Shane Posey in seventh. Rick Sanchez in eighth. Mark Mann in ninth. Andrew Schroeder rounding out your top 10. Andy Brigante in 11th. James Mayer 12th. Robin Stevens 13th. Anthony English in 14th. Bubba Whittingham Back out there, looks like he got his fin put back on his car. He is currently in a 15th, Nick Wing 16th, Chris Jordan 17th, Dwayne Corbett in 18th, Josh Ball 19th. Adam Kilday rounding out your top 20. Doug Johnson still down on pit road with extensive damage. Probably out of the race for tonight. Jeff Crosby Sr. is out of the race. He has taken his car behind the wall. All right, folks, we are coming around turn number 4. We're going to get ready to go back green here in just a second. I believe that's where they were at. There goes a pace car down to the safety of pit road. You see the flag man with that CHEVYLAND green flag in his hand. Of course, CHEVYLAND is our Maxspeedtv green flag sponsor. We are back green flag racing here at Talladega in the Dallara Indy Car, whatever you want to call it, the Dallara IR18. See some big moves going on. That is Steve Rada, I believe, on the outside. Of course, all of my settings did go away. Let me see if I can get that back real quick. This is our roof cam looking over the top of the driver. We are hitting a 240 plus miles an hour. As Rada is to the outside, takes it over the lead from Andrew Schroeder. Looking back behind the car, that is the 83 of Shane Posey. Looks like we are already trying to go back 3 wide here, folks. Andrew Schroeder down to the bottom line. Steve Rada in the middle. It looks like Eddie Brigante coming up on the outside, 3rd lane. And trying to form up with Bubba Winningham. Speaking of Steven, that is him on the inside. Shane Posey in the middle, Bubba to the outside. We are 3 wide for the lead right now. We come through the tri-oval. 24 laps to go, folks. Again, these 40-lap shootouts don't take very long. Now, our next race will not be lap-wise. There won't be any laps. Ooh, Andy blinking out. It will be an hour session, so we will have an hour of trucks on dirt. I am really looking forward to that race. Those trucks are so fun to drive, and that Wild West Motorsports Park, it's a challenging track, but it is also a fun track. We're going to see, we're probably going to see some guys spinning around. We're going to see some guys flying through the air. It's going to be a great race. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and do this while we can. We're going to get a little bit of Maxspeedtv, crank it up for you here tonight. Listen to the sights and sounds of these Indy cars running at Talladega. Hang tight. We will be back here in just a second. And we figured it was going to happen. This was a big one here, guys. Let me get out here and see. We're going to take a look here. Looks like we got several cars involved in that. Right there, we see it get started. Let's go on our chase view here. If I can get back to the incident. We are on board with the 53 of Dave Hunt. And that is the 49 of Cole Spaulding. Comes down, wasn't quite clear. Oh, Robin getting a piece of that as well. The 4 Seabrands getting a piece of it. But we got more action back here as cars are going over the top of each other. Bubba Winningham involved. It looks like, I see Rick Seabrand's airborne up there. Dwayne Corbett somehow missed it. Josh Ball. I want to get up here on Seabrands. Again, folks, if you get motion sickness, you may not want to watch this. We are on board with Rick Seabrands as he goes airborne here. What a wild ride, and somehow car is still running. Massive damage. Hey, Peter DeBorgia out there. Good to see you, Pete. Yeah, I said if you get motion sickness, you may not want to watch. Well, Rick Seabrands with the meatball, Dave Hunt, Mark Mann, Bubba Winningham, Rick Sanchez, Robin Stevens. Pete, how you been doing, buddy? Well, I'm pretty sure I can make this or let you guys know that the professionally tired. Well, brother, me too. I even laid down, took me a nap. A lot of time on my hands right now. But anyway, want to give you guys the news here that starting next season on Mondays, we will not be broadcasting on Maxspeedtv. As a matter of fact, I will be back out on the track with the OP Guy Premier Series. KR will be back broadcasting the Monday night series for OP. So it's going to give me the opportunity to get back out and do some racing. And then Saturday for the Unlimited series, I don't know exactly sure, but Joshua is going to be coming back broadcasting on Saturdays. If he can't make it, then I'll step in and broadcast for OP Saturday. So OP Saturday Unlimited Series will still be on Maxspeedtv. So some big news there. Joshua is going to be coming back a little bit doing that. It's going to give me some time to spend with the wife and maybe do a little bit of racing myself. So we'll see what happens. Well, right now, Stephen Luttrell, Josh Ball on the front two Robert Hooligan, Andrew Schroeder in the second row. Shane Posey, Andy Brigante, third row. Then we have Steve Rada, Nick Wing, Dwayne Corbett, Anthony English, Adam Gilday, James Mayer, Chris Jordan, and Cole Spaulding. Rick Seabrands, Dave Hunt, Mark Mann, Bubba Winningham, and Robin Stevens down on pit road. With 18 laps to go, we are coming into turns 3 and 4. We'll get ready to go back green here in just a second. Cole Spaulding is a lap down right now, so but do appreciate everybody tuning in. We got 11 viewers, only 4 likes. If you haven't hit that like button yet, folks, be sure you smash that like button. Pace car is down off pit road. I guess you could say that. Well, here we go. CHEVYLAND green flag. Out waving once again. Josh Ball with a great jump on the restart. He is opting to stay to that high side. Stephen Luttrell up there with him. Andrew Schroeder down on the bottom. Robert Hooligan with him. Now Shane Posey making his way up again. Stephen Luttrell making a big move back down to the bottom. Going to have the run to get around Josh Ball. We're looking at 3 wide here for the lead. Andy Brigante making a move, getting around Steve Rada right there, getting around Stephen Luttrell. There's too many Steves on the track. Wow, Pete. I'll have you know, sir, that I think my whole time that I raced with you guys on Monday, I might have caused 1 wreck. Just saying. I'm not saying it could change, because it very well could change. Well, we got 2 green cars up at the top. Andy Brigante down at the bottom right now, leading this pack. I believe that is Shane Posey and Steve Rada up there on the high side. Again, these cars, it is hard to tell who is who. I'll remember that, sir. I will remember that. It's going to be fun. I'll be glad to get back out with you guys, honestly. Kind of miss being out there. Had a pretty good talk with Jimmy about it, and Jimmy knows that the broadcasting, I did this really to keep Maxspeedtv going, and I appreciate all the support that all of our fans have given me since I started doing this for Josh. And of course, Josh is still not 100%. He may not call every weekend, and if he can't, I will be back in the booth. But I will be, I'm looking forward to getting back out on the track a little bit more on Mondays especially, and then probably Wednesdays as well. So I got some other things going. Again, right now, nothing really going. Since we're on the government shutdown. I'm again a little bit worried about what's going to happen there. Hopefully my mortgage company will work with me on that. Most of them usually do, especially if it's a government shutdown, but we'll see. I seen that, Zach, and that looks interesting. I'm kind of curious and actually looking for kind of for that. Dwayne Corbett coming down pit road. I don't know if he is just not liking what's going on out there or what, but he is coming down pit road. But Andy Brigante, Shane Posey, Steve Rudd are all battling right now, 3 wide for the lead. That is Andy on the low side, Steve down in the middle, or Shane in the middle, and I believe that is Steve Rada to the outside. With 11 laps to go, it's still, we've got 16 cars still out on the track. Mark Mann back out, as well as Dave Hunt. Now, Dave Hunt, I guess, just came back out. He is finally getting up to speed. Mark Mann is back here as well, but they are 5 laps down, it looks like. So, but it's good to see you out there too, Zach. I ain't talked to you guys in a while, really. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. It was a beautiful day today here in Oklahoma. It wasn't too hot. I think we hit in the mid 80s today. Let's go ahead. Didn't even get a chance to do this, but we're going to look at our race conditions. 82 degree air temperature, 39% humidity, overcast 2-mile-an-hour wind, 114 degree track temperature right now. I see S. Burpee talking about Las Vegas humid and monsoons almost every other day. But we are down to 9 laps to go here, folks. Steve Rada, Shane Posey, now Stephen Luttrell. Your top 3 right now battling out, trying to get that lead. Coming up on some lap traffic. I believe that is Mark Mann that they're coming around now. He goes to the high side. We've got Cole Spalding, looks like, or Dwayne Corbett. That is Dwayne Corbett there in the middle as they're trying to get around Dwayne. Big move by Posey out from that 3rd lane down to the bottom line to take the lead. And Stephen Luttrell still out there. Oh, they're going to have to pit with 8 to go. Shane Posey, Steve Rada, Andy Brigante, Robert Hooligan, Cole Spalding down pit road. Back out to the front, Stephen Luttrell, Josh Ball now battling it out for the lead. Josh Ball takes over the lead from Stephen. Man, I haven't been to Vegas. I've only been to Vegas once, and of course iRacing. Ooh, I thought it was going to crash on me. I've only been to Vegas once, and it was the middle of summer. And well, I wouldn't say that. I think it was probably around October time frame, maybe. So it wasn't too bad. Oh, I see a car down at the bottom. I don't know who that was. I think that was Cole Spalding. No flag. Of course, I think we're at the point where it's iRacing flags only. Nick Wink brings Adam Kilday, Anthony English, James Mayer down pit road. Well, Stephen Luttrell coming back out on the track. But Shane Posey and that crew that pitted earlier is coming around him. It's going to get a little dicey here with 6 to go. Nick Wing's going to be your leader coming off a pit road, but Shane Posey and crew are closing the gap. We are 3 wide up here with this group. A lot of back and forth trying to miss lap cars. Cars coming out of pit road. Adam Kilday is going to be your leader, but Shane Posey already up to speed. I didn't even get to watch the race again. I was out trying to kill moles in my front yard, and things are tearing up my front yard right now. With 4 laps to go, we're 3 wide up here for the lead. Shane Posey looks like he is down on the inside. Robert Hooligan, though, making a run to the outside with Anthony English. I could tell that's Anthony because he has that Hot Wheels paint scheme on his car tonight. Steve Rada, Shane Posey, Adam Kilday, Andy Brigante all battling it out. We're side by side, 3 wide on the second row. With 3 laps to go, guys are going to be trying to make that move, maybe lay back to see if the lead group gets a little too ambitious, I guess you could say, and causes a wreck as we come through turn number 4 down the front straightaway tri-oval with 2 laps to go here, folks. So we'll be white flag next time by. Don't see Shane in Discord. Steve Rada, Shane Posey, Robert Hooligan. Right now, your top 3. Adam Kilday, Andy Brigante in 4th and 5th. Anthony English falling back a little bit, but he is currently in 6th. Here we go, coming through the tri-oval. White flag in the air. Well, at this point, folks, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. We are the final lap here at Talladega. Robert Hooligan has taken over the lead. Battling out Shane Posey, Steve Rada, Robert Hooligan, Anthony English now up into 3rd. As we come through the tri-oval, who's going to take it? Steve Rada with the lead right now. Anthony English jumping out to the front. Back and forth. Steve Rada with the win. Shane Posey in 2nd. Robert Hooligan rounding out your top 3. We'll get our top 3 up here if we can for our post-race interview. I don't see any of those guys in Discord. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and step aside for just a second, see if any of these guys come in. Well, there is Steve Rada, your race winner, already in the podium. I don't see the other guys, but hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, folks. Well, let me clear some stuff off the screen. Again, we've only got one person that I'm seeing. I don't see Shane. I don't see Robert in Discord. So we'll go ahead and bring Steve Rada up to the booth here real quick. Well, Steve, buddy, congratulations. You got the win on this first race. Well, from the conversation that I kind of jumped in on, didn't seem like you were expecting that.
I wasn't expecting to win at all. This is my first win for Fall Brawl or even for OP in general.
Wow. Well, congratulations on a milestone, buddy. I know how it feels. I mean, got my first iRacing win with the Wednesday night OP, so it's exciting, and man, congratulations.
I appreciate it.
I called a lot of y'all's races, especially on Monday night. You with the Nerditudes guys, or the Nerd Esports guys. So I know it's challenging, especially when you got the caliber of drivers that we have here.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. Definitely hard to win races over here. I have noticed that. I've been lucky enough tonight that I was able to figure what line and where to be to actually compete for the win.
Well, again, we were talking to Anthony. There's really no room for error with these cars, and there's such downforce. The grip, I think, in these cars are, just amazing, especially when you're running 240 plus mile an hour.
Yes.
So, let's talk a little bit about real quick. I know we got the other race to get to, but real quick, how did the car handle for you out there? What was your inputs like? Was you just barely? I mean, of course, these cars barely turn the wheel; they turn anyway.
My wheel was feeling a little bit fidgety. I was on the good old Moza KS steering wheel, so almost having driving almost like how a IndyCar steering wheel would be. And yeah, I can't make any mistakes or there'll be issues at the end.
We seen that a lot of guys did get knocked out of the race. So, but congratulations, Steve. Real quick, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory and we get to the next race?
I want to shout out Nerdtudes, Big Evil Designs, Icon Apparel, Bread's Coffee Co., Extra Life, iRacing iFlags. Wish my teammates were here, Dustin Loxton and Jeremy Stanley, and a few others. But hey, I'm happy to finally be able to pull off this.
Well, I know Pete was out there in chat, so I know he was watching this. So awesome job, Steve. Go celebrate. We got another race to get to. We will talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah, just gotta let the adrenaline rush to drop for a bit and then get ready for round 2.
All right. Well, good luck. Congratulations, and we will talk to you later, my friend.
All right. Thank you.
See you, buddy. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for race number 1. Hang tight. We're going to exit out of here. We're going to get loaded into the next session, but we will be right back. All right, folks, we are back. We are at Wild West Motorsports Parks. I need to get that off of there. These guys had a little bit of practice here, but again, we're going to get this thing going here in just a second. Let these guys get a few laps in, and then we'll let Anthony know that we are ready to advance. So hang tight for just a second. We're going to step aside and let Anthony know we are ready to go, and we will go from there. But we will be right back. All right, folks, we got some details hashed out. I told we were getting about 13 laps of fuel, and then at lap 18, we will have a competition caution. These guys will come in, and then we'll have a 20-lap shootout. Looks like I see somebody. I think that's Andrew Schroeder stuck on the wall, so I don't know if he needs help or what. But we will have at least 1 or 2 green flag pit stops. And then again, after the first pit stop, then we'll have, if we don't have a caution before then, we will have a competition caution automatically at lap 18. And then we will have a 20-lap shootout to the finish. These guys are already bumping and banging, which we knew it was going to happen. Well, we're going to take a look. We got a big jump cam for you here tonight. Oh, the 13 of Brigante, the 85 of Kildare, already get into it. Let's take a look at this big jump cam once again, coming through the start-finish line. Looking at Anthony English and Josh Ball. Well, right now, Adam Kildare out there with the fastest lap. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at, well, there is the track map. Of course, decent temperature. We're not worried too much about track temperature because, guys, this is dirt. They're going to be slipping and sliding, jumping, doing everything they can to keep control of these trucks. And I'm going to tell you, these are fun trucks to drive. Cole Spaulding seems to be handling it pretty well. I think the biggest challenge right now is going to be that big jump. Coming across that start-finish line. That landing is not really the smoothest. But this is where I think we're going to see a lot of our trouble. And then in turn number 1, or actually this hairpin turn, go on board here with Adam Kildare real quick. Adam's coming down pit road. Got to be careful on that berm on the inside of that last turn right there. As we get coming up to the big jump here at the start-finish line. You see we're on board with Robert Thorns right now. You see him really working that steering wheel. But this hairpin turn right here, we're going to see a lot of action. A lot of these guys I don't think have a button set up to clear their tear-offs. About 18 minutes left. I think they're gonna, I think he said he was gonna do about 5 more minutes of practice, and then we will get to qualifying. It'll be open qualifying. So Kenny Real out there in chat. Kenny, how are you, sir? Good to see you. I was wondering what you were doing, why you wasn't out here racing tonight. I thought I had a message from somebody, but I don't. I need to see. Thought we was gonna have. Give me just a second, guys. I'm actually chatting with somebody. Still waiting on these guys to finish up practice. Well, Kenny, cook a burger for me, buddy. I'm hungry. Well, Rick Seabrands, I don't think you can go up there, bud. Looking at Mark Mann's truck. Oh, Dave Hunt to the inside wall or outside wall there, coming down the back straightaway. Andrew Schroeder, he is turning around. Andrew's struggling a little bit, looks like. Good corner there by Cole Spalding. I'm actually really impressed with what I'm seeing out there with the way these guys are whipping these things around. Adam Kilday throwing down a 53.62 last lap. And we are finished with practice, so we're going to get into qualifying here in just a second. We'll see what happens. We'll get our qualifying up here. We're going to have 10 minutes of qualifying. We start seeing trucks roll out. Cole Spalding, Robert Thorns, Doug Johnson, Rick Seabrands. Cole already coming out on the track here. Dwayne Corbett coming out. Dave Hunt, James Mayer, Adam Kilday, Steve Rodda, your winner of the Indy Car race at Talladega. So big shout out and big congratulations on Steve Rodda getting his first OP victory here on the Fall Brawl. So take a look here at our big jump as these guys coming down the front straightaway here across the start and finish line. We see some guys getting some pretty good air, pretty good distance off that jump. think the main thing is trying to land as flat as you can, or on the back wheels, like we just seen Steve Rada do right there. I believe is who that was. Steve getting up on that berm, gotta be careful. We'll watch what he does here coming across this big jump. See how he lands. A little bit on the nose. That will get you a little bit loose, but he does get it shut down. Froggy time, I like that. Getting a little bit jumpy right now. Cole Spalding, though, throwing down a 54.12 for his qualifying lap. Watch Cole come across this jump. I want to see how he lands this big jump here. Rick Sanchez taking over that top spot. Looks like he got turned a little bit there coming through that hairpin with the 53.92. Belva, that looks like a paint scheme you come up with for Rick on that one. Just saying. That lime green and black. Hate to say it, Rick, but you look like a lime green and black milk cow out there running around on the track. Right now, he does have the fastest time, so obviously the paint scheme's working for him with a 53.91. I did run these trucks a little bit, just playing around. I usually like to do that before the races. And I think shift control, you know, working your shifter, getting in the gears is paramount on this track to be able to keep that truck under control. Dwayne Corbett, though, taking over the top spot with a 53.74. Adam Kilday in second with a 53.87. Sanchez still in third with a 53.91. Oh, pink and black. Okay. I don't see Dwayne in Discord. Hopefully he'll come in for, if he stays on the pole, hopefully he'll come into Discord and visit with us a little bit. We'll see what happens. About 4.5 minutes left, folks. Looks like we do have a new pole sitter, though, Robert Thorns. And we got somebody turtled. I don't know who that was. Steve Rada did, well, there's Peter DeBorgia out there. That is Josh Ball. He is turtled out there on the track. I wonder if he knows he can't park there. But right now, your pole sitter is going to be the number 30 of Robert Lawrence. I do see Robert there in Discord, so. But setting down a 53.71 300ths of a second behind or ahead of the 9 of Dwayne Corbett. So we'll see if that holds up. 3 minutes left of practice or of qualifying. Of course, we're going to see some carnage here, guys. It's just bound to happen when you got these trucks on the dirt. Robert does come down pit road. Anthony English in that 44 box machine, Hot Wheels. I think he's got a thing for Hot Wheels. What do y'all think? Well, my truck that I ran out here, it's the old Army truck. I wish we had those in the Army. That would have been fun. James Mayer taking over the top spot. 3:53.59. 0.2 of a second ahead of Robert. James in Discord. Just a little over a minute left of qualifying. Whoa, Mark spinning around. That gets James slowed down. And then Mark right into that inside wall. Now he is stuck up there. He's trying to get off that wall, but nope, he is going to have to toe off of that wall. Anthony English taking over the top spot with a 53.55. Honestly wish I was out there with these guys. These trucks are so much fun. It looks like Anthony will take the pole here tonight. He calls them the jumpy trucks, so let's go ahead and bring Anthony up here. Well, Anthony, buddy, what a lap, dude. 53.55, what a great lap for you, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, just literally just put it down in like the last minute, too.
Well, you know, I love these trucks. They're so much fun to drive. Again, you know, I don't know if when I was running these trucks just playing around earlier, throttle control and downshifting, I think is what is really, you're able to keep these trucks under control.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of, you know, setting your brakes, getting the right entry in, hoping the people around you give you room, which probably ain't gonna happen in these things. Expect most of us to not have fenders on when we're done. But yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be different. It's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be a blast. I was just saying, I wish I was out there with you guys. I love these trucks. I love this track. One thing I do notice though, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the big jump right across the start finish line. Landing level is the best thing to do, or landing on your back wheels. If you nose it in coming off that jump, I think for me, I was getting real loose.
Yeah, I mean it depends on how you do it. Everybody drives these a little bit different. I don't think any single person drives them the same. But it just depends on your style, your line. I don't use emergency brake or anything crazy like that. I completely just use the normal foot brake and all that, and and just try to get good arcs, good no wheel spin, coming out and all that jazz, and see what you can do.
All right. Well, congratulations on the pole, man. Have some fun. This is going to be a great race.
Thank you. You too, man. Have fun watching.
Yep. All right, we'll get him back down there. We'll go ahead and get our starting grid up here. Anthony English on the pole. Adam Kilday in a second. Starting row number 2, James Mayer, Robert Thorns. Row number 3 is going to be Dwayne Corbett, Rick Sanchez. Row number 4, Cole Spalding, Josh Ball. Row number 5 going to be Rick Seabrand, Stephen Luttrell. Row number 6, Steve Rada, Robert Hooligan. Row 7, Dave Hunt, Mark Mann. Row number 8, Andrew Schroeder and Doug Johnson. Row number 9, Andy Brigante, Peter DeBorgia. And then row number 10 is going to be Chris Jordan and, Nick Wing. We get ready to start. We'll get down here. If Anthony would get in his truck and grid. We're waiting on him. Everybody else... Andy and Peter still not gridded yet either. Waiting on those guys. I'm sure Anthony is giving his little pre-race speech. There he is. Now we're just waiting on Andy Brigante and Peter DeBorgia. It looks like Andy and Peter's going to start from pit road. Uh-oh. Well, that ain't good to start. The number 1 of Josh Ball stuck on the wall. Mark Mann stuck on the wall as well. We are green flag racing already. And Adam Kilday taking the lead away from Anthony English. And we're going to have a big crash back here. They get stuck on that wall. They are not able to get off of this thing. Finally, that is Robert Thorns getting off of the wall there. Josh Ball, I don't know what he's doing. He is down on pit road, it looks like. Adam Kilday, though, your leader. Anthony English back here in second. James Mayer third. Stephen Luttrell in, Cole Spalding in fourth. Rick Seabrand's fifth. Steve Rada sixth. Dave Hunt seventh. Dwayne Corbett in 8th, Andrew Schroeder 9th, Robert Hooligan 10th, Douglas Johnson in 11th, Nick Wing 12th, Robert Thorns in 13th, Chris Jordan 14th, Mark Mann coming back out on the track. Stephen Luttrell still down on pit road with a black flag. Rick Sanchez with a meatball flag already. Andy Brigante and Peter DeBorgia did not start. Getting an overall scenic view here from our blimp. See, the field is spread out. Again, they get about 13 laps of fuel. Then they will have to pit for fuel, and then we're going to have a competition caution at lap 18. We've seen a pretty good pile up back there. Andrew Schroeder with his Hello Kitty. Andrew coming down pit road already. There's Adam Kilday. Josh Ball missing most of his rear end off of his truck. Let's get a look at our big jump here. All I'm seeing is so-and-so crash, so-and-so crash. Steve Latrell still down on pit road. Rick Sanchez. Josh Ball having a tow to pit road with a black flag as well. But Adam Kilday, he has taken over the lead and has not looked back. It looks like Josh Ball has taken his truck behind the wall. Let's see if Josh will visit with us real quick before he heads out. Josh, Steve, both got a copy there, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Hey, bud, looks like you've already taken your truck behind the wall. Just a lot of damage, or what's going on, brother?
Yeah, it's at 21 minutes damage.
Oh.
I think it's a little over for me.
Well, you know, this is, we were talking about this at the beginning of Fall Brawl. These trucks, you know, you guys on dirt, it's not something that you guys are used to.
No, we did a couple practice with it, like I said, a couple races ago, but it really was just the beginning of the race and just it wouldn't go for me. So, yeah, and then we got some damage there, and fortunately, I think 21 minutes ain't going to even be that one caution that help us.
No, I don't think so. Well, man, I hate to see that, but these trucks are a blast to drive.
Oh, yeah, for sure, 100%.
Well, buddy, I hate that you're not ended so soon, man, but, I mean, you had a great start to the Fall Brawl. You know, next week, man, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be hit or miss.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it'll be fun either way, though. Just different stuff than our normal, so.
All right. Well, Josh, man, I'll let you take off. Do what you're going to do, buddy. And, man, we'll catch up with you here soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Yep. And we'll go ahead and put him back down there. It looks like we got several guys that have went ahead and called it a night. Looks like Rick Seabrands is done. Andrew Schroeder looks to be done for the night. Of course, Josh Ball, Stephen Latrell down on pit road right now. I don't see Stephen in Discord anymore. Rick Sanchez with the meatball flag down on pit road. But Adam Kilday right now, your leader, Cole Spalding up to second. James Mayer into third. Anthony English falling back to fourth. Steve Rada in fifth. Dave Hunt in sixth. Robert Thorns in seventh. Robert Hooligan in eighth. Nick Wing in ninth. Mark Mann back out there in 10th, only a lap down. Doug Johnson at 11th. Chris Jordan 12th. Dwayne Corbett running 13th. 13 trucks still out on the track, but Adam Kilday is not looking back. You see the suspension on those trucks working pretty hard right now. He's sitting in the pits like a bad boy. Uh-oh. It sounds like William put Steven in a timeout. I see Luke Gray down there in Discord. I don't know if he is spotting for somebody or just hanging out. let's go ahead and visit with Mr. Gray if you don't mind. Hey, Luke Gray, Steve up in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy.
Yeah, Steve, I got you.
Hey, man, what are you spotting for these guys, or just watching and hanging out?
Oh, I'm just watching, man. I'm out here testing myself, honestly.
Oh man, these trucks are so much fun to drive, aren't they?
Yeah, so far. Yeah, about the third or fourth time I've driven one. The first time I've tried to drive one in about 4 years.
Wow, I love these trucks. They're again, I think they're a blast to drive. Of course, I come from a dirt track background in real life, so you know, running on dirt is what I enjoy doing. And
yeah, you get it. I understand.
Yeah, so, but you know, I've always been amazed, you know, watching these guys in real life with these trucks. You know, how smooth that they can handle the landings off of these jumps and the way that they just control.
I'm with you, 100%.
So, well, buddy, I seen you down there. Wanted to holler at you. I ain't got to talk to you in a while, Luke, but it's good seeing
Yeah, good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, brother. And I don't know if you heard or not, but well, come Monday nights, I will be back out on the track with you guys.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, brother.
Yes, I am too. Well, Luke, go have some fun while you're out there. Visit with them guys. And, man, I appreciate you taking the time to visit with me.
Anytime.
All right, brother. Take care.
See you, bye.
Well, it was good to talk to Mr. Luke Gray. Uh-oh, I see that is the 83 of Doug Johnson, or the 388 of Doug Johnson coming down pit road. Of course, that pit window is open. Adam Kilday, though, he is still out front. Cole Spaulding making his way around in a second. What a slide job from Cole around that corner, that hairpin. James Mayer in third. Anthony English in four. Looking at Steve Roddy, he takes it a little bit wide. Robert Thorns, he is back here in sixth, taking it around that first big corner. In the number 30 machine. Now he is coming up on that hairpin. Handles that hairpin quite well. Dave Hunt right there with him. Well, there's Mr. Mark Mann running back here. Lap number 12. We should start seeing these guys getting ready to pit, coming around that hairpin. Cole Spaulding, he is gaining on the 85 of Adam Kilday. Now, if you haven't noticed, if you look at the back of these trucks, that is the cooling system with all of those fans trying to keep that engine and that water temperature cool, because they do run at a high RPM, especially getting into these corners and having to shut it down. Adam Kilday coming down pit road. James Mayer opting to stay out another lap. Cole Spaulding down pit road. Here comes Anthony English. Going to see if Steve Rada, he is almost into the wall. Guys are going to be starting to make their pit stops here. James Mayer, he has decided to stay out. Now, I don't know if he pitted or not early, but I think he stayed out. You see that left quarter panel flopping in the wind there. He's like, I didn't do it. I'm pretty sure we're going to see more guys pitting here. There goes James Mayer. Adam Kilday back out on the track. Now lap 18, so 4 more laps. We will have our competition caution. These guys will come back in, top off on fuel, maybe tires. Adam with that big jump right there. sliding into that turn number 1. Coming down the hill, I see somebody coming off of pit road. Adam Kilday has taken over the lead. Anthony English, James Mayer coming off of pit road, but Anthony English is going to get around him. James says, nope, I'm going to take that back. Take a look on board with Mr. James Mayer here as he comes through this big jump. Noses it down just a little bit, but gets in the slide, almost slides through the corner. You see him really working that wheel, trying to keep that truck in line. And then brakes, downshifts, spins it, slides it around that corner. Ooh, I seen a fender, something flying off in the air. Mark Mann, oh, he is just down pit road. Looks like Dave Hunt down pit road as well. Well, we are 25 to go. I believe at lap 23 or 22. That will be our, with 22 to go, that will be our competition caution. Well, folks, I hope everybody has enjoyed the racing tonight. Had some high speed racing for the first race at Talladega in the Dallara R18s. Well, now we got the trucks on dirt here at the Wild West Motorsports Park. Looks like Doug Johnson has taken his truck behind the wall. Steve of the Trail still down on pit road. Looks like Nick Ween come down pit road as well. Dave Hunt shows him at pit, but looks like he may have taken his car behind, or his truck behind the wall. Adam Kilday, though, your leader right now. James Mayer currently in a second. Anthony English and Cole Spalding battling it out for that P3 spot. I believe the quarter panel we seen flying through the air was from that 44 of Anthony English. Which we were talking about that. There was going to be some trucks missing some body parts. Anthony English looking to lap Robert Hooligan, and he does, but Robert's not going to make it easy on him. He is trying to keep his position on the lead lap. I think when Adam crosses the start-finish line here, it should bring out our competition caution. Haven't seen it yet, so they may wait till Like 21, we'll see. Oh, big hit there by Adam. Coming through that corner. There's your competition caution, folks. Pace truck comes out of pit road. These guys will get caught up to the pace truck. See, Chris Jordan has towed to the pits. We'll try to get caught up with our leader here real quick. See what he does if he decides to come down pit road real quick, maybe top off on fuel. As he does, we'll get caught up with him when he comes out of pit road. We'll visit with our race leader real quick, Adam Kilday. Looks like you guys are just having an absolute blast out there.
Yeah, these things, man, they're so jumpy.
They're fun to drive, dude. I love these trucks. I wish I was out there running with you guys. But man, how are you feeling, and are you having a good time?
Yeah, we're having a blast here. It looks like we're going to shake things up, maybe. It might be like we may have to go back down pit road to get a bit more fuel at some point, but that's going to be a challenge in and of itself. So, yeah, get ready to see a bunch of us hauling butt down that pit lane, coming down that hill.
Well, pit strategy is going to play a big factor tonight, but so far it looks like you're keeping your truck in one piece. I have seen several body parts flying, across the field every now and then, but you've been out front pretty much the whole race. But just have a lot of fun out there, buddy. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, exactly. Fall Brawl is a good break from the regular season runs that OP does on the super speedways. So yeah, that's what it's all about, like you said, man. Heck yeah.
All right, brother. Well, good luck, man. Have some fun. We will talk to you later.
Will do. Enjoy the show.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to pick on this guy just because I can. Mark Mann. Dude.
Yo, what's up?
You look a little bit out of your comfort zone there, buddy.
I'm just having fun.
These guys, I love these trucks, man. They are so fun to drive. How are you handling, of course, like I said, you guys are so used to asphalt, concrete, super speedway. How different is this for you as a super speedway driver to come out on these dirt trucks?
Oh, it's like a fish out of water, pretty much. But yeah, it's fun. I didn't practice at all, so I just kind of came in here and just have fun. Probably won't finish very well, but that's all good.
Hey, it's all about the camaraderie and having a blast. And so, real quick, buddy, what do you think is that you struggle with the most with these trucks on the down dirt?
Turning, braking, gassing, everything.
Well, you know, I come from a dirt track background. I may have to, we may have to create a session, and I'll show you some tips and tricks there, buddy.
Show us some jumpy truck action, brother.
I could do it. Well, man, have some fun, brother. It's good to talk to you.
Too, man.
And man, I'm actually looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to Monday nights, my friend.
I look forward to seeing you over there.
You know, it's going to happen. I'm going to be back out there running with you guys on Mondays. Of course, KR is coming back up, taking over the broadcast, which is okay. We're good with that, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's good for you because you can race.
Exactly. All right, buddy. You guys are green. We'll talk to you later, Mark.
All right.
Get him back down there. Right now, though, Adam Kilday, man, we got a big pile up I see back here around Mark, man. We were just talking to him. But Adam Kilday, he is out front. Cole Spaulding trying to make some ground up there to catch up with Adam. Anthony English in third. Robert Thorns in a fourth. Steve Rada fifth. James Mayer falling back to sixth. James looks like he is handling the trucks on the dirt fairly well. Like he knows what he's doing. Mark Mann, he is just following the pack. Robert Hooligan back here in 8th. Wayne Corbett 9th. Nick Wing in 10th. Chris Jordan in 11th. Dave Hunt out of the race. So we got 12 drivers right now, ladies and gentlemen, out there on the track. Oh, Rick Sanchez, I'm sorry. We got 13 drivers. Rick is back out here. Got that damage fixed, but currently in a 14th. Actually, he's going to make up some laps here because he is several laps down. 15 laps to be exact. Looks like Dave Hunt is out of the race. Stephen Luttrell back out on the track, 11 laps down. Chris Jordan, 3 laps down. Nick Wing, a lap down. Dwayne Corbett, a lap down. Robert Hooligan, the last truck on the lead lap. 15 to go, folks. A little bit of dooring going on between Cole Spaulding and Anthony English. Ooh, I see somebody back here blinking out once again. Sorry, guys, I got a hitch in my ear. Good battle going on between the 49 of Cole Spaulding and the 44 of Anthony English. We're watching Adam Kilday right now. He is just tearing the track up. You start to see a little bit of dry slick in the corners, what we call a dry slick, where they're laying the rubber will actually lay down on the dirt. And you'll see that kind of that black groove through the corner. Let's go on board here with Adam. Of course, Adam don't have any tear-offs going. You see kind of that darker spot there about middle of the turn. That is what we call dry slick. It's where the track is dry, but it's slick because of the rubber being put down. James Mayer falling all the way back to 6th right now. Steve Rada getting around him into 5th. Robert Thorns there in a 4th. Of course, Anthony English in third. Cole Spaulding and Anthony was battling it out. And what a slide job by the 49 of Cole Spaulding to stay out and keep the momentum and stay out in front of Anthony. It looks like Anthony's missing his right quarter panel this time, right rear quarter panel this time. And he is. Now the 95 of James Mayer making his way around Robert into that turn as they come down this long straightaway into the hairpin. Looks like Mark Mann having a little bit of trouble with the hairpin corner. The battle right here between James Mayer and Robert Thorns. James with the upper hand at the moment. Looks like James is missing his rear bumper, rear cover. Anthony as well. But Anthony's missing his whole right rear quarter panel. Take a look at this big jump here as these guys come through once again. Oh, Robert Thorns, he is making his way down pit road with Adam Kilday and Steve Rada. Stephen Luttrell making his way through the jump. That's going to put Cole Spaulding out front. Anthony English in second. James Mayer running his way back up through the field. Currently in third. Right on the rear bumper of the 5 of Sanchez, but they are Anthony going to jump down pit road. That's going to move James up to second. Cole Spaulding still your leader. Dwayne Corbett down pit lane as well. With 10 laps to go, it's going to be do or die. I think you're going to have to get in there and get some fuel to make it to the end of the race, and I would probably venture to say now would be the time to do it. That way you still have some laps in case you fall back a spot or two to make up ground. And what a hard hit from the 49 coming off that last jump. But we'll see what Cole does here as we come back to the big jump to the start finish line. Is he going to come down pit road? And no, he goes full send over the big jump into turn number 1 and 2. Going to come down this short little downhill straightaway, then come back up the hill for this hairpin. Looks like Rick Sanchez coming down pit road as well. Mark Mann, Robert Hooligan down pit road. Cole Spaulding, though, James Mayer, both out here still. As we come back up the hill, come down to this front straightaway. Cole looks really comfortable out there, I have to say. He is handling this dirt truck very, very well. Now Cole's going to come down pit road as well as James Mayer. Adam Kilday with the run. That's going to put him back up into the lead. 44 of Anthony English coming up behind him, several seconds behind, but that's going to get him pushed up to the front. Excuse me. Adam Kilday now your leader. Anthony English in second. Robert Thorns in third. Mark Mann in fourth. Uh-oh, Mark, a little hard on the brakes. Got a little bit of a block there from the 30 of Robert Thorns. Mark was able to get it straightened up, though. Robert Hooligan back here, he is coming through that hairpin now. Definitely enough to finish the race. 7 laps to go. Adam Kilday, your leader. James Mayer passing Anthony English now. Not sure. Is that who? That Dwayne Corbett, Steve Rada. That is the 21, showing the 42 though of Nick Wing. Who does go a lap down. Adam Kilday with a good lead, almost a 4.5 second lead over James Mayer, but James is closing the gap as he slides around that last corner, coming down the hill, going to the big jump here. There goes Adam Kilday off the jump. Adam Kilday coming to the hairpin turn once again with 6 laps to go. James Mayer's closing the distance though. Trying to get caught up with Adam. Still about 4.5 seconds behind. Don't know if he's going to be able to. I guess he's just hoping that Adam makes a mistake. But so far, Adam has not made very many mistakes as Adam slides around this last corner. Coming down the hill for the big jump across the start-finish line. Will be 5 to go at the line. Adam Kilday, your leader. James Mayer second. Anthony English third. Cole Spalding right there. Oh, Anthony makes a mistake there coming down that little jump. That's going to allow Cole to make a move to the outside. Anthony going to be able to get a slide job on him. Oh, they are door to door. A little bit of contact there. That's going to allow Mark Mann to go to the outside of Cole. We got a battle here right now for that P3 spot. These 3 guys, Anthony English, Mark Mann. Now Mark Mann, Cole Spalding going door to door. Mark up on that inside cushion. We come down this straightaway here, coming to the big jump. That's really going to determine who is going to get the position coming into this first turn. Who's able to get the slide job as we're watching this right here unfold between these 2 guys of the 49 of Cole Spalding, the 04 of Mark Mann, side by side. Going to come to the hairpin turn. Mark Mann, oh, gets turned into the inside wall. Ooh, the 3 of Steve Rada trying to miss. That allows Cole to take over that P4 spot. Now he's got his eye on the 44 of Anthony English. Trying to get that truck to slide to the inside. Does not get it on this corner, but he is gaining ground on the 44 of English. Coming across the big jump. 3 laps to go. Anthony spins it around, gets Cole up on the wall. Oh no. That put Cole off of the track. Had to tow to the pits. A little bit of contact there of the 30 of Robert Thorns. Anthony English now battling out for that P3 spot. Robert does get the advantage. Anthony to the inside. Robert trying to get the slide to the outside. Going to look to the inside coming down this back straightaway. Slide job by the 30 on the 44. Now, look like the 9 of Dwayne Corbett getting a little bit of piece of that action as well. Anthony trying to get that truck into the slide, unable to make it around the corner. That's going to allow Robert Thorns to take away that P3 spot. from Anthony as we come down this little short straightaway, getting to the hairpin turn. Anthony going to get the slide job. Oh, right into the back of him. The 30, bulldozing his way through. Anthony right back into the side of the 30. Yeah, I seen that, Cole. I was like, oh, no. White flag is out, though. We're going to have a big battle here for this P3 spot. Anthony English, Robert Thorne, door to door coming down to the start-finish line. Looks like Anthony was going to get it. Coming across the line. Adam Kilday going to be your winner. James Mayer. Oh, no, we're still one lap to go. Now we still got a big battle. Now the 9 of Corbett getting involved. I thought that was the last lap, but we are under white flag. My fault, guys. Adam Kilday, your leader. James Mayer second. We're watching this battle right here. Robert Thorne's getting tagged by the 9 of Robert Hooligan, or the Dwayne Corbett, I'm sorry. The checker flag is out. Adam Kilday with the win. James Mayer in P2. But we're going to watch this battle, though, right here for this P3 spot as we come to the last few corners. Anthony English looks like he's going to be able to hold off the 30 of Robert Thorne's as we come down to the big jump to the start-finish line. Anthony English going to be third, Robert Thorne's fourth, and Mark Mann, who said he wasn't going to finish very well, with a P5 finish. But Adam Kilday going to be your winner. Well, guys, hang tight. We're going to get caught up with our top 3 here for our MaxSpeedtv post-race interview. We will be right back. Well, guys, we have caught up with our top 3. Going to give Mr. English a few seconds here, but we will get... Oh, Dwayne Corbett, obviously not happy, or just having fun. Not sure, but 80 ways. We'll get... We'll get caught up here with our top 3. We'll start with our third place finisher here real quick. Mr. Anthony English. I see you're trying to help your buddy there get off the wall.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck pretty good. May have to hit him a little harder. Oh, no. No, he's... I don't think you're getting him off that wall. Oh, baby. Get him over. Oh, don't flip him. Oh, well, Anthony, man, you guys look like y'all had a great time out there. A good battle between you and Robert there for a little while. Of course, you know, we were talking about this pre-race. If I can find my mouse. We were talking about this pre-race. I think you left half your truck out on the track somewhere.
Yeah, I expected that. Like I said, it was going to be crazy. It wasn't too bad at the beginning. I think I know there was a little mess up. I know this is the first time doing it, and it sucks for the couple people that were unfortunately caught in whatever happened on the going to green at the beginning. Maybe we'll try to do something a little bit different next season for it or whatever. But these were, other than that, these were a blast. I don't know what Adam was doing. I don't know if I just was burning my stuff off quicker than him, but it's just like as it went, he was just able to pull a little bit quicker. And by the end there, I mean, I was doing all I could to even hold on to third. Like she didn't want to turn in like she used to. Like you could see all the rubber down in the corners and stuff. Like it really rubbered down the track. Those long greens and stuff. So it just made it really tight at the end. And I'm better with a loose truck than a tight truck.
Well, you know, in the dirt track world, normally when you see that rubber getting put down there, it's called a dry slick, but then you might have a dry. It's kind of, it really depends on how they're running, how they're hitting off that cushion. But really, I mean, you guys look like y'all had a blast out there. The trucks were looking good. You know, we were talking to Mark a little bit. You know, coming from you guys being mainly super speedway drivers, for some guys, I'm sure it was a little bit outside their comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what we do. It's not what we normally do. And this and like next week with the road course race, it's just like some one-off stuff, a little, you know, fun little short season and stuff that we do, and all that jazz. So it's just one of those deals where it's, you know, you might have a good one, you might have a bad one, and the whole full brawl is going to be like that. Like there's no hold barred, no fast repairs. I mean, as much as it sucks for, you know, some things that happen and stuff like that, you know, I mean, it is just the nature of this sort of beast. And to have the turnout we did tonight with the jumpy trucks and have everybody out there on the track at the same time doing what they do, that was crazy. And big shout out for Adam to winning, Jim Cole and Mark and Robert. We were all racing there quite a bit through both of those green flag runs and stuff like that. And I think I got a little sideways, and Cole got into me, and it got him up on the wall and sucked him and stuff. And that sucks for him, you know. He deserved a lot better finish and all that jazz, and definitely wasn't trying to do that. But it's just so hard. I mean, you got to arc him and throw him in so much harder at the end because it just didn't want to turn that, you know. Just it is what it is at that point. And you're just trying to take what you can get at that point. And I was even trying to do in different lines, and I felt like I was slower being out of the groove more. And
yeah, and of course coming off that big jump out, you know, Anthony, it does get the truck kind of out of sort if you don't land on the back tires or land on all four. So that does play a part of it. It does mess with the suspension a little bit. Of course, these trucks are made to do that, and you can see on your back of your truck that big back shock with the big spring, which you know, does help with that impact. But man, really, what a great night of racing for you guys. It was an awesome night to call. Awesome to see you guys step outside of what you're used to doing. But before we let you go, buddy, going to get any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks, and then we'll let you go celebrate your P3.
oh man, well, big shout out to you, Steven, and Maxspeedtv. Same with Joshua Medlock. I don't know if did you say anything about what we talked about tonight?
I did a little bit.
You did a little bit. Okay, well, I guess we'll just kind of get the cat out of the bag, and we were able to work something out, and it's good to have you and Josh, primarily Josh, but you as a backup and stuff, doing our season next season. So it's awesome to have our stuff sponsored and have Maxspeedtv staying with us through all of this. So big shout out to you guys, and thank you for staying on board.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, then where to go? Oh, admins. Lots of admins. Lots of middle work. A little bit more middle work with the fall brawl type season with everything we do. So, you know, big shout out to all the admins for keeping it together and running a tight ship. And I think overall, I know we had a couple little hiccups tonight, you know, but it's stuff that we'll live and we'll learn from, and we'll adjust for next season, or I should say next fall brawl and stuff, and go from there. But love these trucks. Big shout out to Adam and Jim, team Vendetta top 3. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, looking forward to next week. Doing some Daytona road course, a little bit out of the box again next week. So it should be another fun one.
Absolutely. Well, go celebrate, Anthony. We will catch up with you soon, buddy, and we will talk to you later.
Oh yeah, no, don't forget. You know, big shout out to CHEVYLAND, Bubba Winningham, and those guys coming on board for our season sponsors. Same with Rick's Tea Brands for sponsoring both races tonight. Big shout out to all those guys, everybody else who is involved sponsorship wise, and everybody watching at home, and my family and friends, my beautiful girlfriend at home sitting on the couch.
All right.
I forgot people. I know.
Well, that's that old age, brother. It gets to us all, my friend.
Yeah, it does too. But yeah.
All right.
Thank you much, and you have a good night, and can't wait to watch this one back.
All right, brother. Go celebrate. We'll catch up with you soon, Anthony.
All right, later.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our P2 finisher here tonight. Of course, I've got to give him. Let me get him up here first. I got to give him a little crap for running the Space Force truck, but hey, I still get asked, is that a real branch? Yeah, it is. So, James, awesome job, buddy, man. It looked like you were really comfortable out there. It's like you got some dirt track experience.
I wish I could say I did. Not a whole lot. I just come out and have fun in these trucks. Usually if we goof around a couple nights, we run these things. So they're fun to run. I obviously had nothing for Adam there, so I was running away with it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody had a whole lot for Adam, man. He took off and just said, this is mine.
Yeah, I was trying to catch up to him there after that last pit stop, but I just wasn't for him. He was running away.
Yeah, well, it's like I was talking to Anthony and Mark. This is a little bit outside of your guys' comfort zone, compared to what y'all are used to running on the super speedways and stuff. How did you prepare yourself? And I know you say you run these trucks just for fun, but did you do anything different to kind of prepare yourself for the carnage?
No, this was, after our first race tonight, we jumped in here. It was my first laps I've turned in these in a while, so really no prep. Yeah, I know Anthony's done a couple, practice sessions this week. I didn't get any in. So it's been a while since we ran them, so yeah, I didn't do anything to prep for it. Just come out and have fun, and I assume there'd be some beating and banging, but it's they're trucks and it's on dirt, so it's to be expected.
Oh, absolutely, and you guys were able to maintain and handle it pretty well. Of course, no worse for wear. I mean, you still got most of the back of your truck except for your left rear quarter panel, but it was so much fun to call and to watch you guys do this. I wish I was out there with you because I love these trucks. Of course, yeah. I like I said, I come from a dirt track background. I actually had my own dirt track car, so in real life. So seeing these trucks and watching you guys do this, man, I had the itch. I wanted to put my steering wheel on and get out there and test drive with you, but. I had a broadcast to do, but great job, buddy. You started P3, finished P2, you gained some points for the fall brawl. Of course, next week we got the Daytona Road Course, a little bit something else that's different outside of y'all's comfort zone. Are you looking forward to that race?
Yeah, I do enjoy the Daytona Road Course. I like doing the 24 hours, so hopefully can get a few laps in practice there this week. But I think that'll be another fun race. Look forward to that one. I really like this fall brawl. A little change of pace, kind of loosen things up, and hopefully everybody comes out there. Hope they all enjoy it. Also, get some of the emotions, out of check from the season.
Absolutely. Just gives you guys something fun to do. Absolutely. I agree with that. So, well, Jim, buddy, the mic is yours. You're going to give me your final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate.
Yeah, same as always. Thanks to the guys behind the scenes at OP, especially Anthony putting this the Fall Brawl series on, making it, giving us something fun to do the past couple of weeks going in towards the holiday season here. So huge shout out to those guys for keeping this league going. Huge shout out to all the guys that show up every week and keep this league running and are respectful. Even though emotions can run high sometimes, but I think that's to be expected. And then of course you put on the show and everybody out there watching. We appreciate it.
All right, well, Jim, go celebrate, my friend, brother. Have a good night and congratulations on your P2.
Thanks.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our race winner here tonight. It looks like he may be talking to Nick, but well, it's too bad. We're going to bring him up anyway. Adam Kilday, man, jumped out front, just walked away. Says, "No, this race is mine."
Yeah, I figured out, like, coming into this race, you kind of want to get the whole shot and be out front and avoid getting caught up in traffic. So that turned out to be the case. We came shy of the pole. We didn't get the pole, but yeah, we just got up front and we tried cruising for as long as we could. It took me a bit to get like the handling of the truck down, going into like some of the sharper turns. But once that clicked, we were just rolling through those hairpins really. And towards the end, those sharp turns actually like started developing like some black tar in them. So the car wasn't really rotating in the turns as good as it was earlier on in this run. But yeah, it still turned out to be a great race at the end of the day.
So typically, Adam, I come from a dirt track background, and when you get the rubber put down on the dirt, it's usually a dry slick, is what we call a dry slick. It's the trucks and the dirt cars will actually slide better on that. But it looks like the way you guys are talking, it actually turned out to be what we call a dry, basically where the trucks just get that bite and don't want to actually get into the slide.
Yeah, I guess you kind of really want to just throw it in the turn and just full throttle and hope you get the back end to kick out. But yeah, I mean, this I played like some other games in the past. I played like a lot of the Codemaster dirt games on the PS3 back in the day with another group of guys. So we mostly played like Dirt 3, which had like some Land Rush trucks in it and rallycross cars, and then we jumped up to Dirt 4, which had like the trophy trucks and all that. So putting time into that, I guess, helped come over here to iRacing to have somewhat of a familiar feel for how the trucks kind of operate on these type of dirt road courses. But it's completely different. Like iRacing is more simulator related, so the trucks are a lot more looser, and throttle management and corner entry matters a lot more, the way you approach the turns and stuff. But yeah, we had a familiar taste with it. We put up a practice race session one night, probably like a few weeks back, when we were trying to get rain to work on the track. But it didn't really turn out that way. I guess iRacing fixed that glitch where you can get a wet track here, which is unfortunate because I was looking forward to that actually. But yeah, we ran some of that practice race to get a feel of it here, and we managed to put down okay lap times. And after that ended, I was like, well, let's see if we could do it in the fall brawl stuff. So I felt like I didn't drive it as good as I did during that practice race a few weeks ago, but it still turned out in my favor at the end. So it was definitely pretty awesome racing with this group 2 here in this race. Like everyone was courteous to you, which is a huge appreciative thing to give a shout out to those guys on. Whoever was coming up on the lappers were moving out of the way, so that's super cool of them, so the leaders could just have at it. But yeah, everyone had a good time, it seemed like, so that's always a huge plus at the end of the day, really.
Yeah, it looked like it. And one thing that I was going to say, I need to show you guys how to set up your tear-offs so you didn't have your mud spots. But I've seen a lot of guys, when we went cockpit view, a lot of guys wasn't using their tear-offs. So that's a major plus, especially in dirt track stuff, buddy, just to let you know.
Oh yeah, I was using it every chance I could get, like on the straightaways. So Yeah.
Well, awesome job, Adam. Congratulations on the victory in this second race tonight. Of course, the first race, I think got a lot of people. Of course, those Indy cars, you get the slightest little bump and you're done on those things, it seems like. But, man, what a fun race. I love these trucks. I love running on dirt. And, well, man, the mic is yours for any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give.
Yeah, we'll do a shout out to Anthony English for putting on this Fall Brawl series and these little short races that we run on Saturday nights. It's kind of a cool little system he has going for this limited time season. We'll do a shout out to everyone I was running with in Discord. It's a lot of names, but they know who they are. And we'll do a shout out to overall OP crew once again, and shout out to Maxspeedtv and Stephen Lane with the broadcast, dude. So it's greatly appreciated.
All right, brother. Well, of course, I'm sure you've heard that I will be back joining you guys on the track on Monday nights. Looking forward to that when that season gets kicked off here pretty soon. But congratulations on your win tonight, Adam. Go celebrate, my friend. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right, man. We'll do. You take it easy.
Gonna try.
All right.
All right, we'll get him back down there. Well, that's going to bring us to... Oops, and I still had that up. Do apologize about that. Well, that's going to bring us to our results here tonight on Maxspeedtv. We'll get this turned off. Adam Kilday, your winner. James Mayer in a second. Anthony English third. Robert Thorns finishing fourth. Mark Mann finishing with the top five. Robert Hooligan in a sixth. Dwayne Corbett seventh. Steve Rada eighth. Nick Wing ninth. Cole Spalding, even though he got sent to the shadow realm, finishing with the top 10. Good job, Cole. Man, I hate that that did that to you. We thought maybe he was just going to get hung up on the wall, but apparently it had other ideas. Chris Jordan finishing in 11th. Stephen Luttrell 12th. Rick Sanchez in a 13th. Dave Hunt 14th. Doug Johnson 15th. Rick Seabrands in 16th. Andrew Schroeder in a 17th. Josh Ball finishing 18th. Eddie Brigante in 19th, and Peter DeBorgia finishing in 20th. Looks like they did not start the race tonight. So, well, that's going to do it for us here tonight on Maxspeedtv. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Cole Spalding coming in. William Luttrell, Belva Phelps, Kenny Reel, S. Murphy out there. Zach Fritsch popping in to the chat. Mixed Master PJ, that is Peter DeBorgia. Thank you, Pete, for showing up. Brendan Kennedy as well. Jeremy Medlock popping in. I think I already said Belva, but we'll give Belva another shout out there. Andrew Zonto, almost said Andrew Schroeder, but Andrew Zonto out there in a chat as well. Brendan Kennedy, one of our other mods. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on Maxspeedtv for the Fall Brawl 2 presented by CHEVYLAND. So big shout out to Bubba Winningham and CHEVYLAND. Of course, CHEVYLAND.com. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, go to CHEVYLAND.com, Shreveport, Louisiana, and look at their inventory. You can do everything online. If you can't make it to Shreveport to pick up your new vehicle, they will deliver in the lower 48 states. So that's CHEVYLAND.com. Again, big shout out to Bubba and CHEVYLAND for sponsoring the Fall Brawl series here tonight. We are done. Next week, another 2 races. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick and look at our schedule here one more time. So next week we will have 40 laps at the iRacing Super Speedway in the Legacy Gen 4s, and then we'll do the Toyota GR86 cars at the Daytona Road Course. So looking forward to that as well. So, all right, folks. Well, glad everybody tuned in. Hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. And until next week, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe and have a good night.
CHEVYLAND Silverado's sell-off is your chance to rustle up super-sized savings on over 140 new Silverados. Get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months on 2025 and 2026 Silverados, or up to $87.50 in total savings, plus over 140 new Silverados to choose from. Now that's big. CHEVYLAND Silverado sell-off happens only once a year, so hurry into CHEVYLAND today, your Silverado headquarters.